Tonight, the biggest holiday has arrived of the year for the Indian Lake area, just months after an EF3 tornado tore through. General Bork visited Logan County tonight and spoke with local business owners along with the mayor to find out how they're doing so far this summer and what the future looks like.
It's been 4 months since a tornado devastated parts of Lakeview and Indian Lake. Tourism season usually starts here Memorial Day weekend, and businesses worked hard to make sure that they could welcome people back, all while feeling a multitude of emotions.
It's a roller coaster ride. I mean, first, couple months, it was in disbelief to just drive down into the village and see this. The devastating is just really hard to the core.
It's a lot like the stages of grief through death. Sometimes you're angry because you don't know what to be angry at. Then you're happy, you're sad, you're grateful, you're definitely blessed. Like lots of emotions. It's a roller coaster from day to day.
Coming back better and stronger. That's the hopeful spirit of those who have been rebuilding in the Indian Lake, Lakeview area after March's tornado left so many questioning what was next. Business owners had even more to think about as they tried to take it one day at a time. Would tourists come and would they be ready? July 4th is arguably the busiest time of the season for the area, and this year showed them a lot.
But people are definitely supportive. It's been amazing, but we always want more. Don't be afraid to come and visit us. Our tourism is definitely open and ready for you to come.
Lakeview's mayor says there were some challenges, but things became a little more normal during the holiday, which is what they were hoping for.
Maybe it's a little shortage in terms for people where to stay when they're coming up. The Airbnbs are very well packed at that point, which is a very good problem. The positive feedback I have heard from others is that it's nice to see a lot of people and families.
All of the support has helped, and Moots says there's been a silver lining for some, but it has still been hard for others.
There's definitely, some hurdles for folks, and we don't want to lose sight of that, but there's definitely been a silver lining for lots of others where they were able to do some things faster than what they had hoped to, or maybe weren't even on their radar before.
Lakeview Mayor Elaine Fagan-Moore says some aspects are moving slowly, but it's because they want to do it right and come back even stronger. Back to you.
All right, look at the almanac for today. Temperatures started today right around 65, so just 1 degree below our normal for this time of year. Ooh, excuse me, 86 our normal. I'm just a little sleepy apparently. 86 our normal high temperature, but we only made it up to 80 thanks to the cloud cover that we had across the region today. Kept us a little bit cooler than expected, and that was a little bit fortunate. But 74 in Troy, 74 in Dayton, 72 down south towards Xenia, Springboro, also out towards Lebanon. And the next 5 days we can expect low 80s tomorrow and lower dew points. So
be a blessing to people.
Sharon Smith saying she shops at that Walmart, and it's crazy that of all places, the winning ticket was bought in her city.
Just like, it'd be nice if it was me, but you actually have to play to do it.
What would you spend that money on if you were the winner?
I have no idea, but I know, like I said, I know I do it for my church. Probably retire tomorrow.
Playing is simple. Match all 5 numbers plus the Powerball number and win the jackpot. But Sliger says that's much easier said than done.
A lot of times they play 1 through 31 because they're choosing birth dates on the calendar. Well, since the numbers go up to 55, 60, whatever, you're kind of limiting your options if you only play calendar dates.
But no matter how you play, Sliger says the lottery is meant to be fun.
Your odds are almost identical whether you buy 1 ticket or 100 tickets. It's not that much difference. So for a couple dollars, it's a fun conversation of, what would I do if I won?
Now, I also reached out to Walmart for comment. They sent us this statement, which reads in part, quote, "We would like to extend our heartfelt congratulations to the fortunate individual who purchased their winning lottery ticket at our store. We are overjoyed to sell our first big ticket winner in the Buckeye State." But it is important to remember playing the lottery is gambling. So if you or someone you know is struggling, the National Problem Gambling Hotline is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All you have to do is call 1-800-GAMBLER. New information tonight coming out of Columbus surrounding an 8-year-old's death. Here are the 911 calls and what was written in the coroner's notes after the break.
President Biden being interviewed for the first time since his debate last week. What he said about the future of his campaign up next.
And the latest on Tropical Storm Beryl and what you can expect as we head into your weekend. Here's a look at your Eagle Plumber Skycam. You're watching Dayton 24/7 now.
And locations at gfsstore.com today.
We're getting more information tonight in the murder investigation around the death of Columbus 8-year-old Martonio Wilder. His mother and her girlfriend both behind bars, facing a list of charges in connection to the case. Rodney Dunnigan takes us through fresh clues in the case investigators will be thinking over for weeks to come.
Yes, ma'am, what's your name? This is John Lowe. I'm ready to talk to the detective.
Jonna Lowe can be heard on this 911 call for the first time, with a quivering voice making contact with Columbus police, telling dispatchers she was ready to turn herself in and speak with investigators following the death of 8-year-old Martonio Wilder. Police say the young boy's body was found hidden in this Milo Grogan home.
For the 8-year-old that was found dead in his mom's house, I'm the girlfriend.
Okay, we'll get him out there. Just wait for us.
I'm here waiting. I'm ready to talk. I don't have no weapons. I don't have nothing. That's why I'm calling y'all to come and get me. I don't need no guns drawn or nothing. I have no weapons. I ain't did nothing. I understand.
Lowe was arrested, charged with obstructing justice. Details about her involvement slow to come. Wilder's mother, LaShonda, also locked up, charged with murder. Our team getting a look at the coroner's investigative notes, detailing more of the details detectives will be looking over. It indicates Martonio was found in a crawl space in the home, the area covered in cobwebs. When investigators opened the trash bag he was found in, his feet and buttocks were visible. The young boy was wearing camo bottoms. There was no mention of a shirt. All of these crucial clues investigators will be piecing together. Both women are set to be back in court next week. Funeral services for Martonio Wilder are in the works. Rodney Dunnigan reporting.
Now, those living in Texas are now on high alert tonight as they are preparing for what is now Tropical Storm Beryl, but it is expected to strengthen back into a hurricane. Forecasters expect it to strengthen as it moves over the Gulf of Mexico overnight tonight. Some Texas counties have issued voluntary evacuation orders, but the state lieutenant governor says landfall is possible anywhere along the state's coastline.
Everyone along the coast should be paying attention to this storm. We pray and we hope for nothing more than a rain event, but even a rain event may be very heavy.
Lieutenant Governor Patrick has issued a preemptive disaster declaration for 39 counties. He's now urging residents to be prepared, but not panic.
All right, so here is the latest on Tropical Storm Beryl. Winds right now down to 60 miles per hour. Wind gust of 75 miles per hour. So you can see here, doesn't look very impressive. First of all, he was over land, so it kind of fell apart a little bit as hurricanes typically do when they move from water to over land. But another thing to note is that it interacted with a little bit of dry air, and that has kind of twisted into the center of the storm. So we're starting to see some more deep convection right here where you see those reds. So now that it's over open water and clear path ahead of it, we do expect it to start rapidly intensifying back into a hurricane and reorganizing a little bit once it gets some of that dry air out. Because out in front of it, clear conditions, warm ocean, humid air. So we're going to expect this thing to continue to strengthen. I would be surprised if it was already a hurricane by Saturday afternoon, and then you can see making landfall between somewhere along the Texas Gulf Coast anytime on Monday afternoon and evening.
And for the first time since last week's presidential debate, President Biden is sitting down for a televised interview. Now, the conversation is a high-stakes moment as a growing number of Democrats question the viability of his candidacy. Tonight, Biden declaring he's staying in the race and acknowledging concerns.
I was exhausted. I didn't listen to my instincts in terms of preparing, and I had a bad night.
He went on to say he was also sick and, quote, feeling terrible, and that he gets a full neurological test every day. Biden also suggested that Trump's disruptions threw him off, and as his Republican opponent spoke when his mic was muted.
In a major political overhaul, the United Kingdom now has a new prime minister. Labour Party's Keir Starmer has now officially accepted the role, saying his party is ready to get to work. Labour won 412 seats in Parliament versus Conservatives 121, the fewest in their party's history. Starmer is now promising to work for all of Britain.
4.5 years of work changing the party. This is what it is for. A changed Labour Party, ready to serve our country, ready to restore Britain to the service of working people.
Now, his party suffered its worst defeat in almost a century, less than 5 years ago, and has been out of power for nearly 14 years. He replaces Conservative Rishi Sunak, who apologized during his concession speech.
And a live look tonight from our Eco Plumber Sky Cam. It was a beautiful night out there, Tim, but those bugs were a little crazy.
You know, the bugs have been a little out of hand for the past couple of nights. I was driving down the road the other day, leaving the Centerville Americana Festival, and they were just everywhere. But live shot right now from our Doppler radar. You can see we had some showers, pretty heavy ones to the north of Sydney, move through the area along this front that's been pushing through. But everywhere else stayed dry, especially down here through the Dayton area. A very nice evening now. Those clouds and showers have exited the region. Now, pool forecast for this weekend and into Monday looking superb. You can see Saturday 83, clear, beautiful skies, maybe some high wispy clouds. And as we head into Sunday, partly cloudy to mostly sunny conditions, temperatures making it back up into the mid to upper 80s.
The 172nd Montgomery County Fair kicking off this weekend on Sunday. When to fill your funnel cake needs and even see acts like the Cincinnati Circus after the break.
And speaking of the fair, the livestock scales are set in place. Here from the Montgomery County Auditor on why they're so important. Up next.
You're watching Dayton 24/7 now.
Take Dayton 24/7 Now News with you on your smartphone or tablet. Stay connected to breaking news, your first warning weather updates, and on-time traffic. Brought to you by the Jeff Schmidt Auto Group, where your next car could be free.
It's been this way for a while now. The same products, the same offerings, year after year after year. It's time for innovation that benefits you. Introducing the Feasel Solar Roof, using sleek, low-profile solar shingles. Installs like a traditional roof, protects from the elements, saves money, and generates clean energy. Power your home with the Feasel Solar Roof. It's time for a change.
Summertime gives you a lot of choices of places to go and things to do. That's why Toyota gives you the power of choice with 4 different electrified powertrains that give you more hybrid choices than anyone else. Like the hybrid version of the best-selling RAV4 with its very impressive driving range. This summer, get a new 24 RAV4 or RAV4 hybrid with 4.99 APR financing or lease one for $339 a month with 2 years no-cost maintenance. The choice is yours. Toyota, let's go places.
When kids are fed, they are fueled to thrive. But for many kids that rely on schools for their meals, summer can be challenging. Scan the QR code to help provide meals for children and families here in our local community. I'm Elise Coulter. ABC 22 and Fox 45 are partnering with Feeding America and our parent company for Sinclair Care's Summer Hunger Relief. Every dollar donated helps provide up to 10 meals. Donate and learn more at sinclaircares.com.
Look out, 'cause here I come. Have you always had trouble losing weight and keeping it off? Same.
Discover the power of Wegovy.
And I'm marching on to the beat I drum.
With Wegovy, I lost 35 pounds. And some lost over 46 pounds.
Wegovy.
And I'm keeping the weight off.
Wegovy helps you lose weight and keep it off.
I'm reducing my risk.
Wegovy is the only FDA-approved weight management medicine that's proven to reduce risk of major cardiovascular events in adults with known heart disease and with either obesity or overweight.
Wegovy shouldn't be used with semaglutide or GLP-1 medicines. Don't take Wegovy if you or your family had medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if allergic to it. Stop Wegovy and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may happen, including pancreatitis and gallbladder problems. Wegovy may cause low blood sugar in people with diabetes, especially if you take medicines to treat diabetes. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes, or if you feel your heart racing while at rest. Depression or thoughts of suicide may occur. Call your provider right away if you have any mental changes. Common side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems.
With Wegovy,
I'm losing weight.
I'm keeping it off.
And I'm lowering my CV risk.
that's the power of Greene. Wegovy.
Check your cost and coverage before talking to your healthcare professional about Wegovy.
Sponsored by the Motorcycle Accident Lawyers at Elk & Elk. Call 1-800-ELK-OHIO.
Happening this weekend, the Montgomery County Fair kicks off on Sunday. Nathan Edwards shows us what we can expect.
This really kicks off fair season here in the Miami Valley, and you can head out starting Sunday to enjoy the Montgomery County Fair. This is celebrating 172 years of farm fresh fun. You can get your tickets online for $10 a piece or $15 at the gate. And this event runs through Saturday of next week. Now, if you are heading out to the fairgrounds, obviously you love the rides, you love the funnel cakes, all the great food and the farm animals. But there is a schedule right now up on their website. Starting from noon to 10, all buildings will be open to the public. They've got a petting zoo out there. They've got the Cincinnati Circus at 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. and at 9 p.m. as well. So this is just the introduction. Lots of events going on throughout the week. Head out and have a great time. Back to you guys.
And ahead of animal competitions this weekend at the fair, Montgomery County Auditor Carl Keith gave his stamp of approval on the scales. His weights and measures inspectors certify 5 scales at the fair each year to ensure livestock meet their competition requirements. The scales will go on to weigh roughly 350 animals come Saturday and Sunday showings.
The young people who spend time with their animals over the past year, raising these animals, they spend a lot of time with them, and so it's important that they be treated fairly and that their work is fairly judged.
The auditor's office will also have an exhibit at the fair filled with interactive activities to help fairgoers learn about what the agency does.
And of course, the 4th of July festivities continue over the weekend. There's some events, including fireworks up at Indian Lake, a Star-Spangled Sign celebration at the Boonshaft Museum of Discovery. There you go. We've compiled a full list of fireworks shows and celebrations on our website. Just look for this story at Dayton247now.com. And whether you've already had your 4th of July fun or you want to celebrate again this weekend, we want to see your pictures and videos. It's so easy to send them. Take out your phone, scan that QR code you see there on your screen. That'll take you to your Dayton 24/7 Now app. Once the app is open, click on Explore, chime in, and then you can share your photos and videos. You might even see it here on air and online. When kids are fed, they are fueled to thrive. But for many kids that rely on schools for their meals, summer can be challenging. Dayton 24/7 Now is partnering with Feeding America for Sinclair Care's Summer Hunger Relief. Scan the QR code to help provide meals for children and families here in the Miami Valley.
The Cincinnati Reds back home after a sweep of the Yankees in New York. Could David Bell's team keep that streak going against the Detroit Tigers? You're watching Dayton 24/7 Now.
Can you feel it? That's the jump up and down joy of summer. It's the feeling you get when you add a little Gordon. Have a graduation? Add a little Gordon. A birthday? Add a little Gordon. Have a lot of hungry people and not a lot of time? Add a little Gordon. Summer's here, and the feeling's right when you add Gordon Food Service Store to your summer celebration. And to add a little more Gordon, find special offers and locations at gfsstore.com today.
We love partnering with The Special Wish because of what they're doing for the kids in our community. We're granting wishes for kids right here in Dayton.
After getting diagnosed with something so scary, I learned that my family was the most important thing to me, and that's why I chose Hawaii as my wish. Special Wish just took care of the rest of it.
Every detail was planned out so well by Special Wish Foundation. It's nice to have that glimmer of hope and support organization that brings happiness to families.
Weekday mornings on your day.
I know what we're doing.
We're getting you ready. Oh, you're going to know first.
With cash-saving tips to keep your money in your wallet.
Plus, what's happening right here in the Miami Valley.
And across America.
Plus, our first warning weather forecast, helping you plan and keeping you safe.
That's how we do mornings.
So you're ready to take on the day.
Your day.
And Good Morning America.
Right here on ABC 22.
See you weekday mornings.
Name and office supply man might use to work as a temporary fix for his broken zipper.
Tape.
Glue.
A rubber band.
Monday at 7 and 7:30 on ABC 22.
When kids are fed, they're fueled to thrive. But for many kids that rely on schools for their meals, summer can be challenging. I'm Elise Coulter, ABC 22 and Fox 45, partnering with Feeding America for Sinclair Care's Summer Hunger Relief. Scan the QR code to help provide meals for children and families here in our local community.
The Dayton 24/7 Now News app, brought to you by the Jeff Schmidt Auto Group.
Good evening, I'm Matt Digby. This is the Bob's Discount Furniture Sports Desk. 5-2 on the road against teams with winning records, and the Cincinnati Reds had 10 straight home games before the All-Star break, all against teams with records below 500. So tonight's series opener with the Detroit Tigers would be another win, right? Well, the visitors would have other ideas this evening at Great American Ballpark. In the top of the third inning, Parker Meadows will take Carson Spires deep to right field. That's a solo home run. Tigers are on the board first. Then after a rain delay, top of the fifth, Colt Keith. He hit a solo home run earlier in the night. This time a two-run homer to right. Visitors extend their lead to 4-0. Reds looking for something positive on offense. This will help. Spencer Steer going to the upper deck in the bottom of the fifth. Reds are on the board down 4-1. Then in the sixth inning, Jamer Candelario with a grounder to short. It's misfielded and the throw to first is off. So Jonathan India is going to try to round third and score, and he will beat the throw home. Reds are within 2, down 4-2. However, the leadoff batter in the